Hello and welcome back to that's for YouTube, Tartha. Hello and welcome back to the Blubber Plays, our Wadjet Wednesday series. We're playing through Technobabylon. First episode, we got stuck in the tutorial for quite a while. Then we investigated the first murder at the technology place. Then we talked this bomber out of blowing himself up. Then we investigated the crime scene at the rich people's house with a maid. And then we've come back to find that the bomber that we talked out of suiciding himself has been supposedly euthanized, even though we can hear a, in the background, heartbeat monitor, to drive home that we were supposed to neutralize him. You've never personally performed an autopsy, but you're sure you'd need more than your bare hands. Memory module, gun, traveler.
It's already been compiled for the report. Apparently, the high quantities of explosives in his bones was giving him joint problems. Poor kid must have been in a lot of pain. The X-ray shows I was right. He had the spinal brace for scoliosis. It's a symptom of the genetic adjustments made to his bones. It's a volumetric hologram. Even I know I can't actually grab it.
And it doesn't look like there's...
They've been using drones like that for auto or telepresence surgery since I was a kid. Looks like it's finished with the autopsy.
We don't know that he's a medical doctor, Tartha. He could be like me. He could be a doctor of philosophy.
It's operated by Central. There isn't anything I can do with it.
Did he? If so, I've forgotten about med school. I could be wrong, Tartha.
Better not touch it. Lau's probably got...
Yes, well... Technically it's in philosophy, but anyway. We were going to look at the emails again to work out what town we were in, because... Where are we? One of these told us what town we were in. Or it might have been the one when we were the other person. Yeah, it was the one when we were the other person. Nope, haven't watched the Paradox Showcase. I was busy taking part in the Masters of Universalis duel stuff, Noodleski. And it's not the right stream for that anyway. Oh, there's new news. The world-renowned father-daughter art team of Tibor and Kami Puskas will be bringing their exhibition to the city of Newton. Yeah, here we go. So this was the city. This summer, as part of the European Federation's Cultural Ambassador Program, known for their pioneering fusion of classical styles with the interactivity of trance. The pair rose to global attention after the European Federation Arts Minister, Jerome Jurgen, became so overwhelmed with emotion that he had to be placed into a coma to recover. It was an epiphany, he said, as though all of my life I'd been missing something I hadn't known I lacked, and this was the diagram showing the void to my soul. Other viewers have reported similar transformative experiences, though skeptics believe that these may simply have to do with more direct neural programming possible through the trance than with the art itself. They're just jealous that they're not wired, replied the duo when this was suggested. And the sports match has progressed. And I think the temperature has changed? But that's it. Unless there's new information on the case, which it doesn't look like there is. Then I'm not quite sure what else we would want to do. Maybe look at her desk. A number of cables run directly into the building's electrical and data flow systems from Lau's desk. Apparently her customized wetware gear sometimes requires tremendous resources, and she doesn't care how many of the building's technicians complain about her pulling floors open. We could also try going in here that we couldn't before. Ah, this is why we couldn't go in here before, because the dead body would have been there early.
The strangely configured memory module demanded by the blackmailer gives Lau a headache when she's too near it, suggesting it's broadcasting a signal that her wetware is picking up.
So do we take it and give it to the blackmailer? So that he stops killing our babies? Can we talk to the blackmailer on our phone thing again? No. How am I meant to give you it? Blackmailer?
It's empty.
It's still empty. The leaf litter has gone, though. Oh, and he's left the smashed up bits of our baby.
What the hell is this?
It is what you saw earlier to show you two things. Firstly, it serves to prove what I have in my possession.
Yeah.
Second, that you must be very careful what you say when you speak with me.
I have the memory module from Vanderwall's place.
Good. Place it on the bench in your garden.
I mean, we've only been playing for 2 hours, Noodleski. I don't know all that much more than you. It's a point and click. It's set in a arguably future dystopia. Was I told to put it in the locker?
I don't even know what this thing is.
No. The bench? Thank you.
Okay, module's in the garden.
Excellent.
Noodleski?
I'm
Shush.
sending you an address. It's a dump of a studio apartment out in the barrel. The occupant is on vacation. I want you to destroy it.
Excuse me?
Procure an explosive device, plant it within his apartment.
A bomb?
Where am I supposed to find a bomb?
You work for Cell, Dr. Regis. If anyone had access to such a device, I've no doubt it would be yourselves. Legitimate or otherwise.
Well, there's the dead boy who had the bomb in his bones. So if we can cut up his body and extract his bones, we could make a bomb.
Why do you want this apartment
Maybe.
destroyed?
My reasons are not your concern, Dr. Regis. What is your concern, however, is the matter of your embryo's safety.
How would I even get something like that out?
I hear Central isn't quite itself at the moment. Strike now, while the iron is hot.
So he's organizing this attack so that we can do this? What if I say no? Is he just going to smash another baby?
Theft of evidence is one thing, but I cannot, will not destroy an apartment.
Come now, Doctor. What would Viksha think? You're putting pride before the safety, the lives of your children.
Is it going
How
to
do
butt
I
thou
know
must
you won't
us?
just like this one? You'd.
You don't. This is the best chance you have of their survival in any case. Destroying an unoccupied apartment, that's all I ask.
Yeah, it looks like they butt thou must us. Can I take it again? Better to leave it where it is. That's where the blackmailer wants it. Fair enough. I'm kind of like of a mind to hide in the cupboard, wait for the blackmailer to come get it, and then bang, bang, bang. Anyway, we need to go steal the boy's bones, I think, in order to make a bomb. Yes. Bang, bang, bang. But it seems like it wants us to make the bomb rather than bang, 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 so... we don't have the tools, and I don't imagine gun on person
Big
lets
old
us...
jolt's not gonna make it work. It's operated by Central. There isn't anything I can do with it.
Is there something else I've missed in this room? Preliminary surgical report. Thomas Beckett. Suspect terminated in process of security actions at Barber's Gate. Engaged in behavior deemed threatening to public welfare. Surgeon's report. It's apparent that the suspect has been subjected to extensive prenatal genetic engineering, though this modification has been seen on a number of occasions throughout childhood. The normal deposition of calcium compounds into the skeleton has been reprogrammed to substitute explosive nitrate, leading to secondary bone disease. Subject was taken into custody without harm to the public, but has been determined to be a continued danger due to the physical composition and risk of relapse into undesirable worldview. Was terminated at 0400 via barbiturate overdose. Caution. Disposal of remains should be handled with extreme care, though subject can no longer trigger a detonation. Skeletal remains remain a risk due to their volatility. Handle with care, as with previous such cases. I was thinking we just grab a tool here, use on body, grab bones, go to apartment, but it doesn't seem like it's that easy. Also, it's been a while. We should make another save. Yeah, genetically engineered suicide bombers is a scary thought, Noodlesky. Definitely.
Apparently, the high quantities of explosives in his poor kid.
Yeah, I mean, there is a surgical
It's
apparatus
operated
here.
by Central.
Can I call Central and get it to do it? Error. Central is experiencing technical difficulties. If your query is urgent, please contact your nearest Central
Great.
representative.
That's even if I wanted to.
It's not that I wanted to confess, it's that I wanted to ask the thing to do it. The robot above him is a surgery robot, Noodlesky.
They've been using drones like that for auto or telepresence surgery since I was a kid. Looks like it's finished with the autopsy. It's operated by Central.
But it's operated by the AI that runs the city. So, I don't know how to... Can we tell the maid to get it out of him? Tell the maid that there's something... Yeah. Because the maid did try and dig things out of the other person, but I'm not allowed to.
I'm certain that her interest in that thing is purely academic. Better not touch it.
But we're not allowed to touch it. What about the other people? Nope, it's not the other people. Is there someone in the holding area? Hello, you wouldn't talk to me before.
Right?
No, it still won't talk to us. And the room still doesn't seem to have anything. We could conceivably shoot the person now that the cameras are off. You've been accused of misusing your stunner with suspects, but even you reckon this would be going too far. Well, I'm not sure. Maybe we build a bomb out of stuff in his apartment rather than... I mean, the first thing my mind went to was using the boy's bones, but it doesn't seem like it's possible. So we'll try visiting the apartment. Bookshelf. Despite the fact that you're about to destroy their apartment, you feel that it would somehow compound your crimes to steal from the bookshelf. Still, this could be a good place to plant the explosives. What explosives? Locker? The apartment's occupants keep their clothes in the lockers beneath the bed, blueprinted overalls, the kind they issue to the jobless Skonto kids filling this part of the city. And they're all one set of lockers now. Use the toilet? You don't need to use it, but it could be a good place to plant the bomb. This could be a good place to... What bomb? I don't have a bomb, game. There's no La Grill. There's no La Vent. Or door. Or notice. Well, I'm bamboozled.
It's a volumetric They've holomapped his bone. Years of gene tampering left.
There's not... I mean, it's the only thing we have, so in a sense, yes, Noodleski, but I don't think stun gunning the surgical thing or the hologram, like, it doesn't feel like stun gun plus stuff is the correct answer, except maybe the body, and we already tried the body.
A big old jolt. A big old jolt.
We've got to try the murder maid office again. So there's...
I guess I should have turned these over to the evidence locker. Trying to tidy Lau's desk for her is a battle lost before it's even fought. That's what she says, like it was something from the art of war.
We've got knife. Knife might be able to be used on body. I don't know how we were supposed to know that we had stuff in our desk. But it doesn't matter. Knife plus body equals explosive bone. The body has not had a great deal of examination. You suppose they're being careful about the potentially volatile nature of his parts. You make a slice through his thigh and pull his femur loose. I'm imagining Thema plus extremely hot cooking gel equals explosive bone. I maybe shouldn't have done this before we went to the apartment. just maybe. If it's on a timer, we might be exploding. Bone plus toilet. And here's Trapped Girl,
Got it.
who has finally gotten free. Achievement unlocked. 11. Fission. Meeting of minds.
It'd be an understatement to say it's been a bad day.
No kidding. I sure wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah, I've got a few problems.
Ah,
but
that's
I'm
the
not going to let them threaten what I care
the
about.
janitor
any
that got
longer.
thrown off the building. The poor boy that we convinced
See
not to
that,
explode
but
himself
I
and then got
think you're
euthanized.
Hey, I've got a plan.
If you're so decisive, why haven't you unfrozen any of those embryos?
It's been 20 years, Regis.
You know who it is, Dr. Regis. There's only one person it could be, isn't there?
You think it's Baxter?
Well, you certainly do.
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Where are they, you son of a bitch?
I saw your handiwork and was most impressed.
So you'll give them back.
I'm sending you an address. You'll find your reward there.
Wait, Baxter.
Cola found. Terminal user, Baxter Adam. Sure enough, the tracker shows the call's location, the office of the now paroled Dr. Adam Baxter. So this is the guy that killed
How is this possible?
killed our wife and has supposedly had like
Traveler, begin recording. Lau, if you're listening to this,
implants
well,
that should make it
means they've caught
impossible
me.
for him
It would be
to
right if I couldn't
be
explain
evil.
things to you, though. I've been blackmailed with the lives of my kids. I traced the calls the blackmailer made. There's only one man who would have done this. And yet, thanks to the neural governor, he's also the only one who never could have. I've got to see that justice is done. Good luck, Max.
So we grabbed the pistol.
The CI mind-splitting program that Liam Stepford cross-loaded to my Traveler. Its job is to break the mind states of CI units down to
Can I use it on her again?
It's empty.
No. Just checking, game. Just checking.
Hey, Charlie.
That's Dr. Regis, corpseman.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Regis. Sir, I need your help, Doctor. Rescue brought someone in, but I'm not qualified to take the statement.
I'm very busy, corpseman. Can't you find Santiago or Lau?
No, sir. They're still in the AR lab, trying to fight off the heuristic attack. It'll only take a second, sir.
Fine.
Oh, thank you, sir. I've been panicking all evening about it. She's in the waiting room at the end here.
So the waiting room now has someone other than the boy that won't talk to us? Yeah, it has the girl.
Oh, hey, some service. These flexes are broken. I can't input anything.
That's because they're not flex screens. They're sheets of paper.
Paper? What is this, the Dark Ages?
I'm Dr. Regis. I'm a cell agent. I've been sent to give you the standard debrief after being involved in something like this. It's our role to do all we can to keep you safe.
Yeah, great job with that so far.
Where do you
Where
live?
do you live?
The trance.
And where is your physical address?
Well, it was 13E8682 Zeus Street.
Excuse me?
13E8682 Zeus Street?
Yes, the apartment above the one that we exploded.
Why are you here at Cell?
They didn't tell you? Someone cut my network and locked my apartment. I just about managed to crack the door when the whole damn place exploded.
Exploded?
Sure, I didn't like the place, but I didn't do it. Hey, is there a net connection here? I haven't been able to hook up for hours.
Excuse me.
So, can I go?
We don't even tell her.
Corpseman, the girl in there's life may be at risk. Do not let her leave without authorization from myself or Dr. Lau.
Can do, Dr.
Dr.
Regis.
Regis.
Empty apartment, my ass. That girl was locked in there. That asshole knew what would happen when He wanted her killed. I know what he has against me, but why her as well?
Why is this taking so long? Can I get back in the trance yet?
Yeah, we get it. You're addicted. You're addicted to the internet. Can you talk to the guy?
Hello? Guess he doesn't feel like talking. What? Drink straight from it?
It's a water dispenser. Use cup on water dispenser.
What? Drink straight from it?
Oh, fine. Cup. Water dispenser. Plastic cup. Residue trance. How did we blow up the apartment? In our office, in our desk, was all the, well, several of the tools that we picked up from the maid area. The maid apartment area, including the knife. We use knife on body to get access to bone. Bone plus heat gel equals time delay bomb. Put the bomb in the toilet, take it to where we were supposed to, and now we're here. Splash the mute with the water? Yeah, okay.
You want this? Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Nope. What's the residue?
My wetware's dried up. All I've got left is the crusty layer stuck to my hands. It won't bring up the menu. The insert coin message on the screen is in the way.
Can we hack the computer?
I don't have enough wetware to form a connection with anything. Old-fashioned hollow hardware for everyone who comes in here not wired. It may only show the news, but it must be connected to the net at large.
Can you access it?
All my wetware's dried up. There isn't enough to form a connection. Nuke it. I just grew this batch.
It's dried up. Use
Everything
water.
I can scrape off my hands is in the cup. It's a filled-up plastic cup. What's left of my wetware is floating in it.
Use that on the screen?
I can't use it like that.
How do I use it?
It's a filled-up plastic. I can't use it.
How do I use it?
It's already full. Better not. I can't use... I can't I can't get the screws out with my bare hands. My nails aren't strong enough for that.
Paperwork.
It's the paperwork they wanted me to fill out. Who even uses paper anymore?
Paper with cup?
I can't use it like...
Paper with bin?
As much as I'd like to.
Paper with water dispenser?
I don't think I can...
Paper with food dispenser?
Doesn't look like it wants to barter.
Paper with boy?
I can't use it like...
Paper with
I
TV?
can't use it...
Let's see what happens if we hop into the internet. Nope, there's nothing here. Maybe? No, this is the same. the same. This is the same. We could open this again. Yep, it says no. You've already used that puzzle solution. Following successful initial trials, the Japanese government has approved an expansion of its controversial human cloning program. Hailed by many within the Diet as a solution to the predicted population crisis, the next tranche is projected to expand the number of new births via cloning and IVF from 1,500 in the initial groups to over 20,000. Nancy teaches typing. And she is possessing vast tracts of land, does Nancy. I think it got 1 degree warmer since we last looked. Ah, there's more. According to the Malthus Institute, an NGO committed to measuring population growth patterns, the country's declining birth rate since the end of the 20th century led to fears of an unsustainable shift towards an older population. Unlike many other nations in the region who have countered similar trends by accepting large numbers of refugees from global conflicts, Japan steadfastly refused to dilute the culture and essence of the Japanese people. By taking in large numbers of displaced, as expressed by outgoing Home Minister Mizuno Murai. The process used involves selection of a suitable zygote after fertilization, which is then split multiple times to produce many embryos per fertilization. Some have raised concerns that the manner in which these candidates are selected and what traits are deemed desirable risks leading to politics of ethnofascism, while others note that the long-term health effects of such wide-scale cloning on human population are currently unknown. Despite these objections, the government believes this to be the best solution to the looming depopulation crisis, aiming for as much as 40% of the nation's population to be born this way within the next 40 years. Maybe we should try interacting with the objects again since you've picked up things? I don't think we have as this girl. Have we? Like, all we have is paper. Paper him, paper the TV. It says we can't reach that. We don't have the ability to unscrew this with...
Hey,
What?
Wait,
would
what?
you mind not doing that?
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine. I'd better find a way to fix that.
Paper with table base isn't allowed? I mean, that is new, so now we need to find a way to block the camera. Water,
I can't
paper?
use it.
Paper, camera.
I can't reach.
Water, camera.
I can't reach it for. I can't get the screws out with. I can't. I can't reach it properly. Huh? Fixed to the floor. A stainless steel trash can. They probably go through everything guess they're out.
We need a screwdriver so that we can detach the table or move the chair to either get at the light or get at the camera. Ah, he has his own sheet of paper that I hadn't noticed. Oh, it's not a sheet, it's a sheet. Can we use that to block the camera? Can we use that to block the screen?
I can't use it.
Can we use this to block the food machine for no obvious reason?
Doesn't look like it wants.
To block the water dispenser? To become a tablecloth?
Hey,
What?
would you...
Doing what?
I can't. The camera's...
I'd better.
Can you combine sheet with
I
plastic
can't
cup?
use it.
Can you combine sheet with paper?
I may not be 100% clear on paper, but I don't think that's how it works.
Can we use sheet on person?
I'm not giving it back.
I'm not giving it back. Can we offer him water now that we've stolen his sheet?
You want this?
Still no. Can we offer him paper
I may
now
not
that...
be.
Yeah. Deselect that. Can we offer him paper now that we've stolen his sheet?
You want this?
No. Can we throw it up to the air vent as a rope?
Can't reach it from here. It won't bring up. I can't.
Can we throw this up here?
I can't.
Can we put the sheet in the
Better
bin?
not.
I am bamboozled. Oh, we can... The TV has changed now. Talk to the guy.
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
Who are you?
So, Agent,
Just Corpseman, actually. Quince. What's your name?
Sesame, Latha.
Nice to meet you, Miss Sesame. Pardon my asking, but you were raised by the city, weren't you?
You read that on my file?
Nah, I was too.
No way.
Yeah, we're practically family.
I'm hungry.
Starving. It's been days since the last time I ate.
And was that because you were deep in the trance?
That's not the point. I couldn't get the food machine in here to work.
Oh yeah, they take tokens. Here, have a few. You'll be able to get yourself something.
Is it any good?
What kind of machine do you have at home?
The kind that came in Skanto apartments.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, kind of about that.
Who was that
guy
person?
who came in?
Oh, Charlie? He's one of the most experienced agents in Cell. A lot of people have trouble getting on with him, but he's just businesslike.
It sounded like he was panicking about something.
I've never thought of him as someone who gets worried. Grumpy a whole lot of the time, sure.
Can you turn
Would
the
I
camera
be able
on?
to get some privacy?
What do you mean?
Well, with that camera, I don't think I can, personal stuff, business.
I'm sorry. I understand how you feel, but I can't cut the camera.
What? That's not fair!
All of the cameras are tied into the centralized network. We can't turn them off, even if we wanted to. It's for your security.
Oh, I see.
Big Brother
You're not
is
able
watching.
to.
Charlie doesn't like it either. He keeps breaking the camera in his office. Central gets real mad at him for that.
Why
Why
are
am
you
I
keeping
locked
me
up?
in the cell? I haven't done anything.
Oh, this isn't a cell. The cells are only 2 cubic meters.
That's not the point. I didn't break the law.
It's for your own safety. Charlie's asked to make sure
Well,
you stay
actually,
safe
it's
until
not
he
a
gets back.
cell.
I don't feel very safe.
My
My
apartment
apartment
exploded.
exploded.
Oh, ouch. Was it a nice place?
No.
Well, no, but that isn't the point.
Accidents like that happen sometimes. At least
the
cells were able
cells
to
are
get you
far
out.
more
not sure it
inhumane.
was an accident.
Exactly.
My connection was cut and my doors were locked before it happened.
Who'd want to hurt you, though?
That's just it. I don't know who. I mean, I've pissed people off in net matches sometimes, but this?
City
So,
kid?
How'd you know I was raised by the city?
It was a guess, but your name was a clue. You ever notice how they always assign kids names from nature? Quince, Sesame. We even had a pomegranate in my center.
Huh. I suppose that's true. Never met any with any cool names, though. No tigers or anything.
Yeah, I don't think they do the extinct ones, though.
Aww. How did you work here?
So, how'd you end up working for Cell?
Do we
I'm
just,
not
like,
sure,
talk to him
Kinda
until we
drifted in.
convince him to
Most
let
of
us
the kids
out?
From my center ended up here. Monroe Center, down by the coast, that is. Where'd you grow up?
Taylor, near the lake. Most of us just ended up on Skanto, unemployed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Personally, I think us city kids should stick together. There are so many of us, we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
What's your first name?
So, what's your first name, Mr. Corpseman Quince?
It's Amadi, an Angolan name. Apparently, that's where my family came from, but I've been here as long as I can remember. The first names are always from kids' cultural backgrounds. What about Latha? Is that, Indian?
Dunno. Probably. I came with a refugee shipment from the war. You ever feel like exploring your roots?
Not really. I grew up here. Newton is my home.
Yeah, there isn't really much for me in the old country either, except thousands of kilometers of radioactive hot zone.
Oh. Oh, there's been some sort of radioactive nuclear war that we're not aware of?
I've been in here for hours. The guy in the bed isn't much company. What is there to do?
There's the terminal. You could check the news.
Ugh, I can't stand this much of the real world. It's so slow.
I'm sorry. People don't usually spend so long in here. It's just taking a bit longer than usual.
I need to get back in the trance. How can I make a connection?
Sorry, we don't allow trans connections from inside cell.
What? That's inhuman! I have rights, you know!
Not to an internet connection, you don't.
Come on, I could just hook something up through that terminal.
I'm sorry, but it's for security.
Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
And we've exhausted all possible talk options. But we have money now. So we can get a metal fork. The metal fork we can presumably use to move the table base.
Hey,
What?
would you mind not doing that?
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine. I'd better find a way to fix that.
Just stopping by to say this is a great game, apart from one bloody pixel hunt that can get a dog up it. How do we stop him seeing us? Do I throw the food at the camera? Yes!
What did you do? I've lost the feed from the camera. Oh, jeez, Charlie's gonna kill me. Why did you do that?
I like my privacy.
Just don't do anything stupid, okay? Please?
And now we can unscrew the table.
There. The table has been freed.
It's been freed. The enslaved table has been freed.
I think it looks better without the screws.
Why are we blocking the door?
I think it looks better. I can't reach it.
I really don't understand why we pulled the table. Oh, you can pull it in either direction. And now we can get up to the vent.
I can't reach.
Hop on table. Air vent.
It's like built into the wall. If I wanted to get through, I'd need to cut it out.
Use fork.
That's not going to help me get through.
Cheat?
That's not going to help.
I don't know.
Not from up here. I think it looks better.
How do we get down?
I can't.
Please, please. Okay, we use table again. I want to fix the broken light.
It's broken, but I can't pull it off.
Okay, metal fork.
Ah! Ouch.
Do we destroy the camera with the metal fork? Maybe we could wrap the fork? Yeah, we can give that a go in a sec.
Prying it open with a fork won't help.
I mean, I was hoping to smush it.
I can reach it, but I'm going to need something to get it open with.
Well, that's why I have the fork. What about the tokens?
It doesn't take.
What about
That
the
sure won't
food?
make it taste any. I can't use it.
What about the sheet?
I can't use.
What about the paper?
I can't use.
What about the water?
I can't use.
No. Hop back off the table. Can it be pulled any
There's no more
further?
room to pull it that way.
Can it be pulled any further in that direction? Can we fiddle with the light thing above the door? No.
I think it looks better.
Well, let's see if we can mix... Is there an interaction with the drain? Not that we've established. Not even water with. The drain isn't a thing. Like, the drain isn't an interactable. Sheet on fork.
I've given it a handle made of that plastic rubbery sheet.
Okay, so now I don't get electrocuted when I pry this open.
Ah! Ow!
Okay, can I unwrap it? No, we've still got sheet. Do we use sheet on light bulb?
I can't use.
Do we use insulated
I've
fork?
already got it open. Anything else, and I'll probably burn.
Do we use paper on broken light to start a fire to make the door open?
This kind of sums up my feelings about paperwork.
How the hell is burning paper gonna help me? If it doesn't automatically set off the fire alarms just by existing.
Honestly, I've never actually seen a fire in meat space before.
The duct? I'm not sure how fire will help the duct. Maybe if the air goes... Like, the smoke goes through the duct, it triggers the...
That's not going to help me. That's not going to...
What if we set our fire that is on paper wet?
I can't use it like that.
Yeah, there is a trash can. There is a waste paper
fix it.
basket. What, you want me to put the paperwork in the trash can?
I guess that's sorta safer.
Like, some of this I've gotten. Once I knew we could talk to him, yep. Talk to him equals coins, coin equals fork, fork equals open light. Light plus, this equals opening light. But why this? Why put the on-fire paper in the trash can?
I'm pretty sure cooking it's not going to make it any better. Better not.
Trash cans embiggen even the smallest fire?
It's just going to sit there and boil like that. It needs nutrients. I made that mistake the first time I tried to grow wetware.
Ah, we're gonna try and grey goo it, so I need more food.
It won't bring up... Ugh, how much of this slop do I... I put some of it in the...
Come on.
Let's see if this works.
So it should grey goo and self-multiply infinitely?
Easy. Nothing stands between me and my trance.
No, she was just growing some more matrix liquid
It's
stuff.
a homegrown... It's for...
So now we can use this on the...
Got it. I can feel the net on the other side.
And now we can therefore enter here and do what?
Alan wasalam.
Hi? I'm looking for the internet. Are you tapping the line as well?
Indeed I am, except we appear to be doing it from opposite directions.
Who are
You're
you?
a hacker.
That sounds so crude.
The sort who prefers to be called an adventurer?
I'm merely a concerned citizen. You can call me Jinsel.
I'm Mandela. This looks a lot like the kind of place I used to live.
It ought to. It was right above your own. In fact, we're trying to reconstruct the data from moments before the blast.
You know where I live?
We wouldn't be taking our responsibilities seriously if we didn't. We also know that it appears you've been targeted deliberately. These are shots we've been
Night
able
pizza.
to recover of the man who planted the bomb.
That's the guy I spoke to.
You know him?
Yeah, he's the cell agent who interviewed me. He left like an hour ago. Why do you think it was me they were aiming for?
We hear things. We're also aware that prior to the blast, you were trapped.
Yeah, someone cut my connection and locked the door.
It would appear that you were being kept in place until the bomb was planted.
They probably could have just done it. I'd have been in trance for hours.
They had to be certain. But now that you've escaped, it appears that your life is still at risk.
Why would a cell agent be trying to kill me?
Yeah, why?
Often, Central's plots are unclear. This, however, is too direct and destructive for how Cell works.
You think it's personal then?
In any case, he knows where you are and that you survived.
He's also got me trapped in one place again.
Then it's imperative that we help you to escape. Our agent may be able to help you with that. He is close at hand.
The
Wait,
man in the
guy
cell?
in the cell with me? Blonde pseudo-leather jacket, got the shakes?
That would be Guy, yes. He's acting as one of our relays within Cell.
You think he can help me get out?
We work within our own specialties, and his is Cell. If anyone were able to furnish a means for you to escape, it would be him.
Looks like a partially built sim.
Indeed, we're using a number of different sources to reconstruct a scene. Cameras, chromatographs, even the charge variances and wiring.
So why are you hooked up to Cell? No offense, but you'd have to be crazy to hack Central.
Fortunately, Central is indisposed. An initial attack appears to have crippled it.
Ah, so lots of opportunists are trying their luck while the security's weak.
Precisely. I was assembling this sim at the same time, when you joined it through an outbound port.
Who do you run with? Collective? A nun?
We're a circle of truth seekers and underground journalists.
Circle of truth
We go
seekers.
by Jahilia.
Never heard of it. What's it mean?
Well, who controls the media today?
Chishiki? They're the biggest.
Exactly. Chishiki, whose name means knowledge. Except in this knowledge, there's nothing but trivia and lies. So where will people find the truth?
On the
internet? Answer to everything?
That's not quite it. Jahilia means ignorance. It's meant to be ironic.
Oh, I see. Even though you are on the internet, trance, that sort of thing, right?
I suppose. Anyhow, that's beside the point.
I'd better disconnect and see if your guy can help me get out.
Bit Tafik, I've sent you the location to find us at. I'll be here should you require any further assistance in your escape.
Okay.
No doubt about it. This is the one who spoke to me. No doubt about it.
Okay, so girl knows that man set bomb and suspects that man wants to kill her. So now we say, talk to me.
Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Connect to him?
Got it. I've made a connection with his neural hub.
I thought he was meant to be infected with something.
Hello? Huh.
This feels potentially bad, but okay.
All glory to the Greater Han Republic. I detect an 86.8% chance that you are not currently employed. Join the Republic of Greater Han for guaranteed work within our production capital.
Oh, wow.
All glory to the Greater Han Republic.
Hi there.
Oh, hey. Make yourself at home. Everyone else seems to in here.
I'm Mandela.
Guy, I'd shake your hand, but, well...
You look stuck.
Alright.
Oh yeah, just peachy. Well, I would be if that imposter would go away.
I am not an imposter. I am the real.
Whose name?
Convincing.
You alright?
Oh yeah, just peachy.
Okay, same thing.
I would be.
I am not. I am the...
How did
How'd
this
you wind
happen?
up like this?
Well, you know that urban myth about the human resources Trojan?
The one that makes you move to China and join a factory collective?
Turns out, it's not a myth. If I'm correct, Cell have brought me in for treatment.
That's a good thing, right?
Well, duh. I don't want to work in a Han factory.
All glory to the Greater Han Republic.
Shut up!
Jinsel told me to
Jinsel says
seek you
hi.
out.
Oh, does she? Tell her she owes me double for this one. I lost touch with her hours ago.
She says you know a way out of here?
Well, sure. It's even easier when Central's down. Of course, I'm gonna need something from you.
Who's this other
What's
guy?
with Pinocchio?
It's a disguise. Normally, by this stage, the Trojan is in control of its host motor functions. It makes a really clumsy mind state echo of the host, and uses it to try to make a convincing flight to Greater Han.
He didn't look like he's in control in meat space.
Peace, bread, and work in the Greater Han Republic.
It's kind of a stalemate at the moment.
He's taken to bombarding you with propaganda instead?
It thinks it can wear me down.
Long life and prosperity to our beloved land of Greater Han.
What are you gonna do?
So, why are you in a cell in Cell with a broken Trojan in your head?
I'm acting as a relay for pirated connections into Cell.
That sounds dangerous.
Pays good, though.
Money is the yoke of capitalism.
Thing is, it's been harder and harder to get into Cell HQ.
So you infected yourself with
Sweet,
this?
sweet propaganda.
Bring in someone with something like this. Even if they can't treat it, they can at least quarantine.
Giving you an ideal spot to relay signals through your neural wiring.
Exactly.
What does he want?
Fine. What is it you want?
He wants caffeine?
To get rid of the chatterbox. For that, I need epinephrine.
No,
See if you can
epinephrine.
get them to bring any in.
And if they don't?
You look clever. You can probably find a way to make it.
Substance abuse is the curse of the working classes.
Why epinephrine?
Why do you want this stuff?
The people here don't exactly know what they're doing. Cell's treatment might work, or I might walk out of here and straight to Greater Han. The epinephrine will give me enough of a boost to make sure it's me who wins the battle.
We must persevere in the great revolutionary struggle.
Plus, it's the kind of thing that most chemical synthesizers can make.
Wait, like a food machine?
Probably.
Okay. I will
go
return
anywhere.
with your drugs.
You're funny.
Don't go anywhere. Okay. So this food machine...
Either it's got some pretty tough shielding, or it's too old to be compatible. From the look of it, I'd say the second one.
Really?
It won't bring up the menu.
Okay. Coin.
Ugh, how much of the...
No. Move the thing and talk to the guard again and see if we can convince him I'm having some sort of allergic reaction to the food. Bring me an EpiPen.
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
That seems a reasonable through line to me.
Charlie's not gonna be happy. At least it's not hard to clean, all this concrete.
The guy in the bed? I know what's wrong with him. He's contracted a human resources Trojan.
How would you know this? Have you been trancing with him? Because then we might have to quarantine you as well.
No, I had a friend come down with it.
Okay, then. I can get something to help.
The vacuum cleaner robot.
Unfortunately, I can only try to stabilize him for now. We have to wait for a specialist before we can try anything stronger.
Looks like it's full of medical stuff.
Hey, what are you doing to that drone?
I was just checking out the hardware. It's quite some gear you guys have.
I've done all I can for the moment. Let me know if he gets any worse, okay?
We're kind of lucky we found that the first time, or else it might wait until you're... It's not loaded with anything, though. Can we scalpel the food machine?
Wow, this is some really old hardware. It's going to need some upgrading if I want to make it produce anything complex. I've already removed... Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Holy moly.
A standard 1 terabyte memory block. This was apparently the only recipe available to Cell's food machine.
Let's use the internet, because the internet is the
This will
answer to
open an
everything.
individual's mind to the
And see if we can go get the chemical composition of epinephrine. Maybe.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Something's wrong.
Not us. We've never a multi-vector heuristic denial of service attack against Central's inner systems.
But for that, you'd need thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of systems well prepared, working in synchronicity. Or access to its innermost workings. It's almost too good to be true, all of Central down at a moment's notice.
How's the city still running?
They'll have auxiliary mechanisms in place. Newton's autonomic nervous system to Central's higher brain functions.
But with Central suddenly down, Cell's security system was weaker than ever.
Precisely. An opportunity.
You're occupied. Mind if I connect?
I'm sorry, that's...
Oh, come on! I haven't been on in like hours!
I can assure you, the trance won't be going anywhere without you.
Nope. I need
I
to.
need to get back in there.
I'm sorry, I have to keep this port open for our data miners. Plus, it may not be safe for you.
They've already got me in here. What's the worst that could happen?
Think it through. If whoever has been targeting you notices you've come back online...
They'd realize I was still alive.
And exactly where you are. I'm sorry, but until we find out exactly who they are and what they want, you're going to have to remain out of the trance.
What's Guy's?
He's a good friend of our cause. Works as a... We keep a connection open to him, and he
looks
No,
like his like
this
the
is
Trojan
the same.
sacrifice.
He has used some risky tactics for getting inside. While successful, it appears that his work may have...
Guy's going to help me get out, but what then? I can't exactly go home anymore.
We have much to discuss, and that would be better done on a secure site. There are a number of terminal nodes we use as drop points. One of those will suffice. But remember, do not access the trance on the net until we confirm it's safe.
Thanks.
Off one.
Girl really needs her internet fix.
Hi, Guy.
Hey there.
Hello.
She wasn't talking to you.
Why do you...
The people sells the epinephrine.
We must.
Plus,
Wait, like... Don't go in...
Oh, I was meant to pick this up while we were in here. Okay. So, presumably I can use that on the data module. The dot molecule file representing the 4,5 beta trihydroxyl N methyl ooh, let me get this right. Methyl phenethylamine? Methyl phenethylamine or epinephrine. While there isn't anything you can do with it yourself, there may be another system that is compatible. Okay, so we exit here. We use that on the memory module. Correct, we install that on there.
I hope it understands it.
What if we just put that back
I can't just
in?
put it back. The optics aren't sensitive enough
Oh.
to construct molecules like that.
The light globe or this, both are potential sources of bigger lens-like things. So can we climb
I
back
think
on
it
the
looks better with that.
climb back on the table and try and remove the light globe again?
I've already got it open. Anything else and I'll...
Not allowed? This on
I
scalpel?
can't use it.
Scalpel on this?
That doesn't need...
Hiccup.
Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens.
Ah, can we feed this to the machine and get it to make a bigger one?
I've already removed...
No, because this is the bit that lets the machine print. So that would be chicken and egg. Because I've removed this part, I can't use this part to feed the machine to get it to build another version of this part. Well, the only thing I can think about is opening up the water dispenser.
I can't...
Or the camera.
I think it looks...
Maybe the camera will have bigger lens.
This might be useful.
Yes, high-grade lens. Perfect. So, high-grade lens on weird
I've
little
upgraded
lens.
the optical component with the camera's super-powered lens.
Oh, we're getting there, Noodleski.
I've already removed what I can.
No, this back in here.
There. It should be a lot more sensitive with that now. Let's see what it can do now.
Make me
It won't
drug.
bring up the menu.
We still have to feed it coins.
It didn't sound like the machine enjoyed that. At least it managed to make me a cartridge of epinephrine.
Epinephrine on
The
cylinder.
cartridge is mounted in...
Cylinder on guy.
Now let's see if he holds up his end of the bargain.
Hippocratic Oath. Achievement unlocked.
Hello?
Okay, go back into Internet World. Go visit him. See if he manages to beat up his propaganda Chinese robot. Well, the robot's gone.
Better be careful what I touch. Anything could be a carrier for malware in here. Feeling better?
A whole lot, thanks. I managed to get rid of the knockoff. Give me a few hours. I'll be out of the wall and can help you leave.
I haven't got a few hours. What can you do now?
From here? Not much, but I could give you some options.
I need more than helpful suggestions.
I've got control of one of the utility drones. They use them for moving kit around the building.
I might be able to escape if I was better equipped.
He has a
Alright,
Roomba.
girl. I've sent you the link to the drone. She'll be in your hub.
So we go back to our hub, and we can control the robot. Can I send the robot butler in here? But what good is this gonna do me? Like, yes, maybe we have a robot vacuum cleaner now, but why do I want a robot vacuum cleaner?
You won't sit still long enough to get it open.
Please do not interrupt active drone.
You won't sit still.
What if we throw water at it? Can we wetware it?
I may be good, but even I can't breach it quickly enough. That officer would see me.
No, he wouldn't. The camera's several layers of not a thing. The camera both has smushed stuff all over its little protective bubble and has its camera lens removed.
I can't use it. Better not. You want this? Huh. I can't use. I can't.
Maybe we were meant to take the robot somewhere else. I just brought it to us because it seemed like the thing to do, but maybe we need to send the robot somewhere else first. And yet no, because they've taken away our ability to interact with the robot. Fair enough. So the solution must be in this room. Can we pick up the trash can now?
Huh? Fixed to the floor. A stainless steel trash can. They probably go through everything guess they're out.
I was wondering if we could pick up the ashes from the fire that we made earlier and then throw it at the drone. Can we trap it in the sheet like a net?
Come on, shoo!
Warning, power contact lost.
This might be useful.
Not quite what I envisioned, but it had the same effect. Apparently, by cutting it off from access to the floor, it died. Which doesn't make sense because all the other ones that we've encountered run back to little robotic charging bays. So, I don't know how I was meant to guess this, but whatever.
I couldn't find anything else useful in there. Not unless I plan on taking the whole thing apart, and I haven't got time for that.
Cutting laser. Goodbye, vent.
Dr. Lau, you have a visitor.
Oh. Good evening, Dr. Lau.
Hello? And you are... Surely you recognize him.
No, that's why I said nothing.
This is Dr. Vargas, the Central Operations Coordinator.
Now, Galatea, there's no need to be quite like that. The fact that I am not widely recognized perhaps indicates how successful we are.
Yes, you're right, Father.
Vargas? Dr. Eduardo Vargas?
Quite so, Dr. Lau.
What brings you from the Fulcrum Tower, sir?
A most grave matter, I'm afraid. One I believe you specifically to be most suited to handle.
Shall I, Father?
Please do, Galatea.
Central, I believe the audio EM capture system in this room to be faulty. Please run a deep diagnostic on the system.
Certainly, Miss Vargas. Beginning scan.
We have perhaps 2 minutes until the diagnostic cycle is complete.
Dr. Lau, have you heard of a gentleman by the name of Baxter?
Yes.
Dr. Adam Baxter, convicted murderer?
And a brilliant engineer in his time.
Yes, I've heard of him. My partner had a history with him. His parole hearing and eventual release really got to Dr. Regis.
Quite so, poor Viksha. I don't think Charlie ever got over it. And unfortunately, it appears that he's taking things into his own hands.
What's happened to Dr. Regis?
Dr. Lau, when did you last see Dr. Regis?
Last night, before Central went into siege mode. Why? What's happened?
This morning, Dr. Baxter was found dead in his workplace.
Oh no. Oh, Charlie, no.
I share your concern, Dr. Lau.
Central believes Dr. Regis to be the most likely suspect. He would have known that Central would be unable to provide oversight during the siege.
And he had no shortage of motive, as I'm sure you'd agree.
Motive? Opportunity? We haven't spoken to the means yet, though.
You're the controller of Central Operations. Why would you need to cut the camera feed with a trick like that?
I apologize, but for the sake of city security...
Yeah, can't tell me. Classified, ultraviolet A, etc.
I'm glad you understand.
I might understand, but I'm not happy about it.
Noted, Dr. Lau.
Do you know Reggie?
You have a connection to Regis as well?
Quite so. He worked for me in a research team, as did Baxter in the same project.
And Viksha Regis?
Precisely. We lost half of the team in one fell swoop that day.
It just doesn't sound like him, though. He had other outlets, like his garden.
I don't fully agree with Central's assessment either. That is why I'm activating you on this case.
You want me to investigate Baxter's murder with my partner as the prime suspect? Isn't that a pretty serious conflict of interest?
It is within my prerogative to select agents I feel appropriate for casework, if necessary. Using it to aid an old friend, a good man, like Charlie Regis, I think that's worthwhile.
Remember that your primary responsibilities are to the law and to this city.
I think I've heard enough.
That's good to hear. I'll have Galatea T-mail the case data to you. If I can be of any further help, don't hesitate to drop by my office.
At the top of the Fulcrum Tower. Make an appointment beforehand.
Diagnostic cycle of monitoring systems complete. No wetware or firmware anomalies detected. However, please ask Dr. Regis to stop obstructing the land assembly.
I wish you luck with your work, Dr. Lau, for Regis's sake.
We were told that we wanted to fiddle with the robot. But that feels like a segment complete, so we'll call it another episode here. Thank you for watching. I hope you join us for another soon.